Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of Extend Explained Badly. Today, we're going to take a field trip into the developer forum. No torches, no demogorgons, just emotional support and maybe a snack. Let's jump into it. Okay, welcome to the Dev Forum, which is basically a giant support group where we all get together and talk about our problems and try to help each other. Think Workday community, but more niche and way cooler. I will be using this pink spotlight you see in the right side of the page to help guide you around to some of the main focal points of the developer forum. So let's start here at this green icon that says get started because it just makes sense, right? So we click on to get started, we see two posts. In this first post, welcome to the developer forum. If you scroll up, you can get a breakdown of what to expect, a little 1 minute video that gives you a rundown of the developer forum, how to use it, what it does, all of that cool stuff. And then if you go back to the get started area to the other posts, this getting started with the Workday Developer Program. This is an amazing post that has a lot of good in one place. So we have links to tutorials and quick starts for those, wanting to get into Orchestrate for integrations or Extend for app development. And then we have our events highlighted here. So remember I said we're like a giant support group? Well, I wasn't really kidding because we do actually meet 3 times a month, and these are the three main events going on right now. So I'll give a brief overview of each of them, but you definitely want to hit calendar invite, add these to your calendar, and then register here to register for the other ones. So this first one, the DPUC call, Developer Program Update call, is where the developer relations team at Workday, the people who are actually like in charge of Extend and Orchestrate, they all hop on a call and they give us demos and tutorials and updates. Nick Morris plays really good music and it's always a really good vibe. You don't have to be on camera and you can stay on mute. You will be wiggling in your chair in excitement either way. It's a fun call. The next one is the Orchestrate knowledge sharing session. So for those who want to deep dive into Orchestrate more, this call is for you. If you do miss a call, you can watch the past recordings. These calls, I find myself having to rewatch the recordings because it really is so much, but he does an amazing job of breaking it down for you. And then we have the wizard sessions. So just like the Orchestrate KSS, we used to have an Extend KSS, and I believe that's on pause right now. But the two guys who used to host the Extend KSS, Chris and Clint, they now do these wizard sessions from the Groove. And so it doesn't really feel like the Extend KSS is on pause because we still get the two same awesome, talented guys giving us amazing tutorials into new features and configurations that they have discovered and want to share with us. So definitely join these calls. You won't regret it. Over here, we have our little left panel. So we have the ability to go through all of our posts, our activity. We can look at what badges we've earned as we interact more with the developer forum. We earn these cool badges. I'm pretty sure the first emoji badge is the first one that I got because emojis just make the world a happier place. And if you disagree, you could fight me. And over here, back to more, we have this thing called the leaderboard. And the leaderboard is really cool because the more you interact with the dev forum and you network with other developers, you start to build a like trust level. And the higher you go on the leaderboard, it's just really cool to see where everybody is at because you'll start recognizing these names as we all talk to each other more. And it really does feel like a close-knit community. Of course, the top three will get highlighted up here as they should. They are amazing. They help a lot of people. They deserve this recognition. And if you want to know more about how the leaderboard works, there is this informational here in the top right. Moving our cursor back over to the left panel, we see these categories and these tags section. These are customizable. So categories is all the things you see on this homepage, and you can click and customize what you want to see in your navigation panel. Same with tags. You can customize, tags of things that you are looking into the most. And then you can click this all tags area just to get an idea of the overall lingo that is used, because this will help you later when you are searching for content to help solve a problem maybe you're running into. And I do want to jump back up to this section here. So you see where my cursor is moving over this area. This is called a custom section. And I actually learned this from a wizard session. So if you follow my spotlight down to the plus sign at the bottom of your navigation panel, it says add custom section. And this is where you can add your own links to things that you care about as you're working through development. I decided to use it to add all of the YouTube channels of the other developers, because there's amazing content out there and there's so many different ways to learn, and we have so many different teachers talking about this material. Now we want to talk about the big main focus, the search bar. This is not a regular search bar. This is a cool search bar. Okay. So if you have a problem or you are encountering a roadblock, I guarantee you somebody else has already experienced this before and they asked for help and it is already solved somewhere in search land. So as you navigate through, the tags and you learn more of the lingo, it gets a little bit easier to search for what you need. Here, I decided I'm just having a hard time with this grid widget, because who isn't? And so when I type in grid widget, it'll give me the top 5 results. And then if I want to click and see more, it'll give me a full page. Here I can do advanced filters. And as I scroll down, I notice these green check marks, right? What do those mean? These mean that one of the comments to the get help request has been marked this solution. So, hi, I'm Jules. Hey, developers, I need help. This grid widget hates me. What can I do? And somebody posts, hey, Jules, have you tried this or tried changing that? I go into my app builder, I change it, it works, boom. Mark that comment the solution. So if you find these ones with the green check mark and it relates to the problem that you're having, then congratulations, because your problem is solved, the answer is already there, and now you get to move on. In the next lesson, we will talk about what to do when you can't find what you need. Okay, so you couldn't find the answer to your question or anything related to the problem that you're encountering. Well, fear not, this lesson will be all about how to create your first topic in order to conjure the help from the dev gods. So here on the home page, we see this Get Help section. Go ahead and click Ask a Question. This pulls up the Create a New Topic panel, and this is where we get to build our request for help. And if you notice, Workday already has some nice little pointers in here. So definitely share a full PMD page. This just helps limit the amount of back and forth between you and the developers who are trying to help you, so that they're not having to write in the comments, hey, what endpoint are you using? They'll just have everything they need to kind of figure out what's going on there. And then if you have sensitive data, obviously take that out, clean it, do what you need to do. Some things to avoid. Yeah, do not post multiple topics trying to get help quicker. Just don't do it. And then other ways to get help are listed here as well. This will default when you are creating a new topic. I'm going to take it out. As you can see, this area over here went blank because this is kind of like at preview, but it's like topic preview. So you can see how your post is going to look before you commit it. So here in the title area, when you are going to create a title, remember that the title is the first thing that people are going to see when they are searching for content to help them with their issue. So make it make sense. And that will just help everybody who ends up having the same problem you're having now be able to find your post and get to a solution a lot quicker. So here we're still having problems with that grid widget. I'm just going to type how to grid. As you'll see, this area over here on the right starts giving me post suggestions that are similar to what I started typing in the title area. If maybe you didn't see these in your initial search and you're like, oh, I didn't see that. So go ahead and open these into a new tab. See if they solve your problem. It might just save you from having to go through the trouble of having to build out this new topic for help. If you went through these, you saw them, they didn't help you with the problem that you're having, go ahead and hit the escape in the top right corner and continue on with building out your new topic. So here I'm just going to put, ignore this, right? We're recording a tutorial. I don't need help. And I've already built something out, so I'm just going to copy and paste it into here. So this is a get help request, and you want to select at least one tag. We are having problems with the grid widget, so we are going to put widgets and grid tags in there so that if anybody else in the future is having the same problem, they can easily find it under these tags. So here, I'm giving a brief explanation of whatever problem that I'm having. And then I have so many screenshots and things, and I just don't want the posts to get really crowded and messy. I want to make it as easy as possible for people to help me. So I have hidden things into these hide details. And this is like a really fancy, rich text widget. You have a lot of options. You can insert a lot of fun things into your posts. You can do uploads, quotes, links, you name it. Emojis, obviously, I gotta have emojis, right? So here I just laid out an explanation of my problem. I have screenshots of the error I'm getting. I put my full PMD code in here. And when you put it in a code block, it makes it to where the other developers can easily copy all of your code and paste it into their app builder, and it helps them troubleshoot what's going on a little bit better. And then down here, I put the troubleshooting steps that I've already tried and they didn't work. And that just saves the other developers from maybe going through the same heartache that you've already experienced. So once you have everything laid out, you like the way it looks, you hit that create topic button, you will then be able to see your posts at the top of the get help page. And this is where the other developers will see it and they'll start responding to it. And I do want to encourage you to also go through these other help requests and try to answer other people's problems as well. It's okay if you read it and you don't know what's going on. I think that's probably what most of the developers have going on anyways. They don't initially know the answer right away, not always, but they'll look into your problem and then they learn a lot in the process by trying to get to a solution for you. Everybody in this forum really does genuinely enjoy helping each other. So if you feel a bit nervous about making your first post, I know that I did, but it's okay to be new and there is absolutely space for you here. So don't be nervous. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Everybody is so nice in this forum. But do remember that this is free help. These other developers are taking time out of their personal day to help each other and help others. And for that, like, heck yeah, that's kind of humans, right? But this is really just a reminder to be kind, remain grateful throughout your dev forum adventures. And yeah. I can't wait to get to know all of you a lot better and get to interact with you more through here as well.